image formats can be written. Suppose we can use the images, right? So, but how to display the images on the web page? So, for example, if you want to display the images, so we can use Img tag. Img tag is used to display the images on the web page. Here is image. So, suppose here is when you are using that, so the different things are there. Suppose whenever you are using that image, so the syntax of that image format is like this. It is a single tag. It is not a paid tag. It is a only single tag. So, but when you are using that image, so there are different types of attributes are there. So, one is the src. So, src means here is we can specify the name of the image or any URL. So, that means src means image source is equal to, you can write URL. Suppose if you want to get the image from the internet, so we can access it from internet. So, then you can use the URL. So, http:// like this. So, otherwise, so suppose if it is in image is in our directory, so the simply we can use the, so that is the image name. Suppose here is in this case we are using 18.jpg. This is the 18.jpg is a for image, that is my image, that is in the image source. So that is the src attribute can be used to, so that is the add image to the image tag. So second one is alt, alt. Another attribute is there, alt. Suppose when you are using the alt attribute, so that is the alt attribute. For example, when you are using here is 18.jpg, if that image is not available in the directory, if that image is not available in the directory, so then the alternate information will be displayed. So that is, so this is this image is so and so, or otherwise this image is not available. So then that will be the, so that is the alert, alt, or here is we are given the truly, just we are given the name of the image. Alert, we are giving this alert attribute. So next one is align. Align means, for example, suppose where you have to display the image, or right side, or left side, or top, or bottom, or center. So suppose on the website where you have to display the image, that will be specifying the alignment of the place of the image. So that is either right means the right side of the website web page that will be displaying, left means left side that will be displaying, at top means top size, and down means, so bottom means bottom side. So width and height. Suppose when you have taken the image, so the image size may be very large. Image size may be very large. But in that cases, but sometimes we can see that in the corner when you have to use the logo. So on a website lo corner lo chesi, if you want to see the logo at the corner, it will be very small. But if it is in the center of the page, it should be very large. So that's why here is we can set the height and width of the image. So that is specify the pixels, that is called pixel element. So we already are using cell phone. So megapixels they are saying. Pixel means it is a pixel element. Pixel element. So our screen contains, so that is but whole and that's 480 into 480 columns and so the 640 rows. But nowadays it is a, so the 1000. So that's why the resolution will be high. You can set the size of the image. So border. So suppose around the image. So if you want to specify the border, so border means that is the line. So then here is we can use the border. So 10 means it specifies the size of the border. So that will be specifying the size of the border. H space. For example, so within the website, suppose if you are keeping more images, when you are using the more images, but in that images, for image row to row, suppose we have to get the gap. So suppose first row images and second row images. Yeah, otherwise, so but in the first row, second row will be nearer. Suppose if you want to get the gap, first row images and second row images, we can use the H space. So that is the horizontal space. We can call it as a horizontal space. In the same way, for example, if you want to display the image, suppose a gap in between, so the first image and second image, that is the column wise. So for that purpose, we can use the V space. So these are the main attributes used in the image displaying. I think you understood that. Suppose if you want to display, there are different types of images are there. So JPG images are there, PNG images are there. So that is the, so next BMP images are there. So that different types of formatted images are there, color images or something like this. So then here is, if you want to display that, we can use the image. It contains the attributes of, so that is the source, SRC, you can call it as a source that specifies the link or direct path of the image. Alt ALT means, so alternate name for the image. Align means, so either you have to display the top, left or right. So width means, that is the width of the image. Height means height of the image. Border means around the image we can use the border. H space means, so that is the 10 and so that is the V space, horizontal space. So this is for displaying the image. For example, now you see that we can execute this image format, or for example here is we have taken that. So then you see that images will be displaying like this. So now we'll write our own program for displaying the images, right? So then here is, you see that here itself, suppose if I have written one program, or suppose on the desktop, so there is the image is there. Suppose here is, first one is HTML. So directly I am writing body, no title or something, because body, and Img is SRC, source is equal to, because on the desktop my image is there, that is the CNR. So suppose here is, that is the CNR.jpg. But the first thing is, I am displaying only that image, only I am using only one source. It is a compulsory, SRC is a compulsory source where, from where you have to get the values, and the name of the file. After that, slash body slash html. So this is the, so first thing is, you see that here is we are given the name of, that is the image.html. Here is I am giving, so the file name is image.html. All files, you choose it as a all files, and then next save on the desktop. Now you see that here is image. Suppose when you are displaying that, automatically the image is displayed. So you see that. So మొత్తం స్క్రీన్ మొత్తము ఇమేజ్ అనేది డిస్ప్లే వచ్చేసింది, రైట్? సో ఒకవేళ మనము ఇలా కాకుండా, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ సపోజ్ వెన్ యు ఆర్ యూజింగ్ దిస్ ఇమేజ్, alternate alternate is equal to, so that is this photo is, this photo is, or suppose this photo is X, you are taking that, or this photo is directly, this photo is mine, 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 we can use like this. Or లేకపోతే ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసేసి this photo is, or లేకపోతే ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసేసి I will write, so that is NAGARAJU. So here is I am writing like this. But when you are executing this, then you see that, so ikkada na photo undi kabatti as it is vachindi. For example, here is, if my photo is not available, suppose my photo is not available, suppose I am taking 2. So then here is, you can find the, so Nagaraju, that means here is, there is a photograph of Nagaraju, because alternate message, because that message is not available, that photograph is not available. So then we can see that that name, whatever are displaying here, is the alert is a Nagaraju or Nagaraju photo. Suppose if I had given like this, but here is for improving the understanding. So here is we are using like this. Suppose here is, you see that Nagaraju photo of this. I think you understood that. Suppose if their image, so for example, when you are using this is the image, so then so that alternate message will not be displayed. The alternate message will not be displayed. Only photograph will be displaying. I think you understood that, right? So one is the source, img source cnr.jpg we are giving. Alert, alt means alt, alternate message. If the photograph is not available, then alternate messages will be given like this. So for this one, but when you see this image, the entire image is occupying the entire screen. It is a very big. For example, so if you want to set the size of this image, that is the width is equal to, suppose here is I am taking 100 pixels, width is equal to 100 pixels, height to 100 pixels. So I am setting the height and width attributes. So then here is when you are using this, automatically the photograph is become a small. Is it visible, Amma? Hello?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is the size. So then we can set the size of the image. So here is when you are using that. So that is the source, alternate information, width is 100 and height is 100 we are taking. Either you can use in the double quotes or single quote, because so the pixels may be a given 100 or 100 like this. So next after that, but actually in this image I printed at the corner. Suppose you see that a leftmost corner it has been printed. If you want to print at right, so then here is align, ALIGN, align is equal to right, RIGHT, right. Align is equal to right we are keeping. Now you see that the same image will be displayed on the right side. You see that has come to right side, right? So from it has moved from left to right. Here is we are taking this. So suppose here is if you want to display this image at center. So suppose CENTER, center. Suppose when you are using this image is center, so then it will be displayed at center. Sorry, now
center TRE వస్తుంది సార్ TRE
center. అక్కడికి వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఓకే, సెంటర్ ఆర్ సపోజ్ యూ టేక్ ది లెఫ్ట్ రైట్ టాప్ బాటమ్ BO TTO M bottom. So then you see that ALIGN alignment. Okay, same thing. Okay, align ALIGN right. Okay, left. Okay, ALIGN. Okay, right left kada. Okay, right. Suppose you take the LEFT left. Okay, left is there already, right left to top or bottom. So the latter will see that, right? So because here is sometimes the browsers may not be supporting for this one. That is bottom. So sometimes the browsers may not be supporting. Okay, no problem. Left to right and V space. Suppose here is when you are using that align or border. suppose when you are using that, so after that align and but when you see that here is a border, BORDER border. Suppose the border 0 means nothing will be displayed. Order border 2 means that is the size of the pixels will be displaying 2. Then you see that around it a border has come. Vachinda?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Yes, yeah. Sir. So suppose if the border వచ్చేసి when you are using this border, so same thing, suppose if I am given 20, border is 20, then you can get it as a border is 20 like this. So that is for designing purpose, but these all attributes you can go in depth about in the CSS. So cascade style sheet lo వీటికి ఇంకా different styles అనేది మనకు అక్కడ వస్తుంది. So that is the border we can use like this, right? So in that cases, suppose for example when you are seeing this, so this is the image or we are using the border. Suppose you see that, so first one is we are using the image tag, embed an image in the documentation at the location of the tag. Wherever you are using the tag and the location of the tag, so the image will be embedded into the documentation. That means wherever you want, you can insert the documentation. Suppose on top we can write something, at bottom we can write something, and in between that we can write something like this. For example, in the same way, here is image is there, so I will write some paragraph here itself, right? So after that I can write BR, or next one is here is the same thing, I can write something and I will write BR, break the statement BR. So within the documentation we can see like this, but when you see this, so automatically some information, top information or bottom information will be there, right? So in the so here itself, suppose that is the one is the wherever you want you can insert that image. So the syntax of that image is image img tag source src source URL. Either there we are given the file name, or otherwise if the image is in some other from internet, so we can use http:// or like this. So another one is alternate name. Always that alternate name will show the, so that is the text of the thing. So suppose if the particular URL or image is not available, so then the alternate message will be displayed. Already I have shown it. So next image source, that is the text align is equal to direction. Either you can use the left to right, center, bottom or top. So left to right, center, bottom or top. Suppose here is I think so that is I am not using that is a browser, and I can change HTML file duplicate ayindochu, but CSS lo manam తీసుకుంటాం. So next already I shown bottom is equal to, we can use the number. Suppose here is set the size of the border. Suppose here is the border. Suppose if you want to set the border around the image, we can use the border attributes. And the height means the pixels, height of the pixels, see the height of the image. Width means width of the pixels, we can see. H space means that is the horizontal margin to place around an image. Or next, that is the V space means a vertical space. And so that is the image. And use map is also there. So because I think you understood this, right? ఇది అర్థమైంది కదా?
Yes sir.
So this is the thing, but ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తున్నామంటే already when you are using this image, but only we are displaying the images, only we are displaying that image. For example, sometimes we can see that, for example, if there is a India map, so in that cases, so if you want to know something about Andhra Pradesh, because so in that Andhra Pradesh area, when you click on that image, so you can get some information of others, right? So for the same thing, and here is we can use the image map. Image properties lo okati vachesesi, this is the image, and another one is we can use image map. So this is the border, something like this, the same program I taken. So that is the next one is image area shape. That means, for example, when you click on particular part of the image, manamu chustu untam. Suppose when you click on that, automatically some text will be displayed. Okay, this name is Andhra Pradesh, so this is Hyderabad, this is like this. Suppose in the Google map, suppose if you want to create the Google map, so then there, so whenever clicking particular part of the image, so then it will display the things. For example, so suppose in the slides, suppose if I want to teach effectively with HTML, I can take that is one image. So on that image, I can click on that. Suppose if I want to explain entire thing about Andhra Pradesh map, right? So first, whenever I click on that particular location of Kurnool, our Kurnool entire information will be displayed. Kadapa means the entire information will be displayed. So how that is possible? So for this purpose, you see that, and here is, but one map is there. You see that how that will be executing. First I will show that, and the next here is, you see that a map. So that is, here is in the programs. Just you see that. So but here is, this is the map, image map. But I don't know what is this and what is this like this. But actually, if when I click on laptop, so some information will be displayed, because I have taken some other videos. Instead of taking some other variables, I have taken later దాని గురించి description and other web page will be open. For example, when I click on this mouse, suppose cell phone, so entire cell phone details will be comes. But instead of that, I kept my own web page. ఇంతకు ముందు రాసిన వెబ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ను పెట్టాను. సపోజ్ కాపీ కప్ గురించి తెలుసుకుంటే, when you click on that copy cup, so you can get the photograph of this. So this is called map. But only for example purpose, I have taken the 3 different web pages. So for the, suppose wherever you are using this entire laptop, we click on entire laptop, we can display this video either in top or like this. That means here is I have selected this rectangular area. So then wherever I click, so it will give the some information about the laptop. But here is not. Suppose here is a phone is there. Suppose when you click on this phone, automatically this information will be displayed. Automatically this. Suppose everyone is familiar with online shopping. Everyone is familiar with online shopping. So that is recently. So that is I bought one laptop and one cell phone, right? So but while before going to purchase my laptop, so I went, I gone through the Google, and I found, I typed so many laptops. But when you come there, that suppose here is whatever laptop image is beautiful, so then and cost is minimal. So then when I click on that laptop, entire details will be displayed on the next page. Entire details will be displayed on the next page. Or suppose when you are purchasing the cell phone, so there are so many company items are there, cell phones. But whenever you require that cell phones among that photograph, when you click on that particular cell phone, మనకు కావాల్సిన cell phone మీద click చేస్తే, so దాని warranty, దాని memory size, pixel size, మొత్తం everything will be displayed. How it is possible means by using image map. By using image map, so then we can click the values. But here is, we are taking that, here is, suppose when you are in a laptop is this one, or cell phone this one, so everyone is familiar with this, right? So this is called image map. But how to create this image map? I think, so suppose here is, so the first one is we are displaying the image, or so suppose not the shape area of this, yeah, different. So here is, you see that, so here is, you see that here is, so that the image is there. For example, when you see this image, and here is we are taking the image source cnr.jpg. Here is we are taken cnr.jpg, src, alt is a workplace we are using, and the workplace is the, that will display. Use name, use map. Suppose if you want to click, when you are clicking on particular area, you can use the use map attribute. Within the image source, we can use the use map. So use map is equal to, so that within the double quotes, the file name I have written, that is the, so image name is what I have written, that is, so ash. Suppose here is ash work map, ash work map. I have taken, that is the image name is ash work map. So here is, so name, map name is equal to work map. Whatever I have given this name, here is we are using the work map. On that work map, so then I have to click. For example, area. So which area, on which area of the image you have to click. So then you have to identify the area shape. Shape is equal to rectangle or circle. You can give different kinds of shapes. So rectangle means, so but here is unspecified coordinates. So suppose the 200 and 200 and 40 40. Suppose when you are using that, so the particular thing is here is, so suppose here is the shape is rectangle. That means on the image we can find the rectangle with, so that is 200 200 and 40 40. For example, here is when you are taken the 40 comma 40 or something 0 comma 0 like this 0 comma 0, or here is suppose 0 comma 40. So that is the width and height or something like this. So ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసినప్పుడు rectangle. So that is the 200 200 and 40 40 sizes. So coordinate alt ABC. Here is alt name is ABC. H references. H references means for getting the link. Whatever I written the program abc.html, here is I am using this. For example, on the rectangle, first rectangle is, suppose you have taken the laptop. So entire information about the laptop will be created by the one web page, and that web page name will be given here. So second rect area coordinates are different. Suppose the cell phone coordinates ikkada unnai. Alt ABC, that is the file name. H references of this one. So area shape circle. So ikkada shape circle, coordinates 400 450. Circle means it contains the, so center point and radius x comma y comma r. Here is we are mentioning the coordinates, and here is that is the circle means, here is the rectangle means, so that is the height to width. Height width మనం తీసుకుంటాం ఇక్కడ. So then textile is equal to, that is the text properties. I have taken the values of this. So then here is you can close the map. So that is the map, and here is it contains the map attributes, and within the map we can use the area of the shape, and next we can use this one. So I have understood that. Hello.
Yes, sir.
సో ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసేపటికి ఏంటంటే మనం ఒక ఇమేజ్ తీసేసుకున్నప్పుడు అక్కడ వచ్చేసేసి ఇమేజ్ సోర్స్ ఇమేజ్ నేను ఇక్కడ అంటే ఇది సిఎన్ఆర్ అని పెట్టండి, లేకుంటే వర్క్ ప్లేసే పెట్టేస్తాము. వర్క్ మ్యాప్ వస్తుంది ఇక్కడ. వర్క్ మ్యాప్ అనేది అక్కడ నేను తీసుకున్న ఇమేజ్. సపోజ్ యు సీ దట్, యు సీ దట్. సో సపోజ్ అక్కడ మనం అది మార్చలేదు. సో సపోజ్ యు సీ దట్ దిస్ ఈస్ ద వర్క్ మ్యాప్, అండ్ here you see that ఇమేజ్ మనం ఇక్కడ ఇవన్నీ ఇమేజెస్ తీసుకున్నాం కదా. సో ఇమేజెస్ లో వచ్చేసేసి when you are using that, then you see that. So click on computer, the phone, and copy of this one, workplace.jpg. Here is I taken that workplace.jpg. So here is also same thing, but here is I did not change that, and here is we can use the, so workplace.jpg of this one. So image is like this, and ఈ image కూడా నాకేం అవసరం లేదు, అంటే దాన్ని కాపీ పేస్ట్ చేశాను కాబట్టి ఎక్కడికి వచ్చేస్తుంది. So then here is we are using, so image background add this one like this, right? So ఇక్కడ మనం తీసేసుకున్నప్పుడు కూడా మనం same as it is we are using. So that is the image map. Click on the computer, phone, or cup of copy, and image source src is equal to workplace.jpg, but this image is in the directory alt workplace use. That is here is we have taken work map, and next here is also we can use the width is 400 and height is 300. We have taken the image size. So map is equal to just area, either what area you are selecting, either rectangular area or, so that is the circle or polygon or different types of shapes, because here is the coordinators we have to specify. So xy coordinators, x comma y, x1 comma y1 comma x2 y2 like that. So all the h references YouTube. Here is I have taken the So that is in this program I have taken the H reference is equal to youtube.html. So youtube.html means automatically manaku bomma vastundi. So link.html. I have taken the link file. So then link.html. Next reference is image1.html. Now you see that, but when you are executing this map, when you execute this map, same thing you can use. So that is the YouTube image changes. In YouTube, everything run chesinapudu automatically it will be running. So second one, laptop it chesinapudu already links ivanni chesesai. Click me or something like this, and video links. Suppose దీన్ని ఇచ్చామనుకోండి ఏది వస్తుంది అనేది ఇక్కడ మనకు ఆటోమేటిక్ గా వచ్చేసేస్తుంది. Or for example, copy cup. So that is my photograph like this. I think you understood that, right? Image map. అర్థమైందమ్మా? హలో.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ఒక మురళి వాళ్ళ ఇద్దరు తప్ప అందరు అట్లే ఉన్నారు డల్గా. ఏమై గౌరవ్?
సార్
ఎస్ సార్ నో అని చెప్పాలి కదా ఒకసారన్నా.
వాళ్ళు చెప్తున్నారు కదా సార్.
వాళ్ళు చెప్తున్నారు, వాళ్ళ ఎగ్జామ్ రాసారు, మీరు రాయరా?
అర్థం కాకపోతే అడుగుతాం కదా సార్.
అలా కాదు, నాకు ఇంటరాక్షన్ అనేది మీరు ఉన్నారా లేకపోతే ఆన్ చేసేసి బయటకు వెళ్ళిపోయారా, సినిమా చూస్తున్నారా లేకపోతే క్రికెట్ చూస్తున్నారా, అప్పుడప్పుడు రెస్పాన్స్ ఇవ్వండి. ఆసిఫ్, ఓకే, దిస్ ఇస్ ద, సో దట్ ఈస్ ద ఇమేజ్ వర్క్ ట్యాగ్. ఐ థింక్ యూ అండర్స్టూడ్ దిస్. సో నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఈస్, సో ఇమేజ్. సో నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఈస్ ద, so there is same thing we can use, but instead of img here is we can use a picture tag also. The same picture tag is also used for displaying the image, right? So then here is next one is the video, but here is how to display the video on the web page. So in our Yogavemana University, right? So already I shown that. So that is our university sign is there, right? www.Yogavemana University.ac.in. Or suppose when you are using this, our Yogavemana University, then here is, you see that. So here is one audio is there, not video, but here is audio is there. Then you see that audio. When you click on this audio, you can listen the song of, wait just a minute. So here is we are using the audio, and sometimes you can use the video also. Suppose when you are clicking that, suppose there is no video of this. So but if there is some video, so then video will come like this. So for that purpose, here is audio and video, here is your. So first I will explain that video. So video tag can be used to display the videos on the web page. Suppose in movies we can see that. So suppose mana web page when you are clicking on that, so suppose the video will come. Suppose mana totally, so suppose if I want to expose my department, a computer science department, so when I click on CSC, automatically my video will be displayed. That means I can capture the video of, so that is the faculty list, suppose the labs or students, and the video this one. That video is attached to the web page. Suppose if you want to add that video, so then video tag is there. Video and width is equal to 200 and height is equal to, so that is the 150, and controls. Suppose when you are using the controls means, so on and off, stop, every control will be displayed on the video. And here is, so within that we can write source, source is equal to src. Here is we can use the video name. So generally the video should be like the VAD.mp4 or mp3, OGG, OZ. That is the different types of extensions are there. And here source are taken VAD.mpg type is equal to either video or MP4. So the source is equal to VID OGG, type video or OGG. So if there is a no video, then this information will be displayed. No video support, no video support. So this is the video tag, right? By using that video tag, simply we can add video to our video to our web page. Video. Now you see that, and here is so video tag. Then now you see that here is video tag is there. I think that is very slow, na. So ఇక్కడ వీడియో ఉన్నప్పుడు వీడియో ఉంది అది. So suppose the video will be displaying. So suppose you see that ఈ వీడియో A1 A2 సపోర్ట్ చేయట్లేదమ్మా ఒక నిమిషం.
DD అంటే DL అంటే డిస్క్రిప్షన్ లిస్ట్ డీటెయిల్స్ DD.
Now you see that. So ఇక్కడ మన కంట్రోల్స్ ఇచ్చినప్పుడు క్లిక్ ఆన్ దిస్ ఇచ్చినప్పుడు చూడు వీడియో then this is the video of right. So but when you see this automatically you can find the video. I understood that. My చూడండి ఫస్ట్ వచ్చేసి వీడియోలో వచ్చేసి then here is you have taken video width is equal to 200, height is equal to 100. Auto play, here is I am using auto play. Auto play means that is a right click. When you click on that right click, all the will be showing. That is the source is equal to a1.mp4. Type is video or mpt. Your browser does not support this video, but if that video is not available, then it displays that the video does not support the URL or something like this. It shows the values of this one. So this is the video. So suppose when you are using that, but nothing will be displayed, you right click on this. Loop is there. Loop means automatically that will be repeatedly that same song will be displaying. Show controls means, but when the controls will be shown on this one. So copy address. Suppose here is the same web where YouTube is there. So then simply we can click on that, automatically the song will be displayed. Right? So this is called video. So next one is the audio tag. Audio is there. Audio. Suppose here is I will remove the controls. For example, when you are using that, so suppose auto play, I can remove auto play, then that will not be displayed. If there is no image of A12, it displays the your browser does not support the video tags. Right? So next one is audio. So in the place of video, just simply we can put the audio. Audio and controls, audio tag can be used to display the audio of the songs. Audio songs manaku vinali anukunnappudu, so indaku mundu chupicham ante Yoga University song. So then here is we can use the audio song of this one. or sound MP3. Suppose here is audio is not there. Suppose audio. So show that audio map is there. Audio image created. So then that will be use the audio of this. The latter one will show that audio video. So next one is the YouTube. Suppose if we want to execute the YouTube images, we can use the iframe. Suppose here is the YouTube is like this, but when you click on that, automatically you can get the. So this YouTube, suppose if we want to display the YouTube images, so we can use iframe tag. With the help of that iframe tag, so then we can use the image source HTTP, and here is we can go to the particular URL and we can get it back to the value service. So this is the same thing we can use, right? But the same audio kochepati kuda manam akkada same audio kuda use cheyochu. Suppose here is suppose same thing we are using audio. Copy of this. Okay, అన్నీ ఉన్నాయి ఆడియో వీడియో ఐ ఫ్రేమ్స్ మొత్తం ఇక్కడే ఉన్నాయి. సో వీడియో ఉంది ఐ ఫ్రేమ్ యూట్యూబ్ అండ్ వీడియో కెన్ రిమూవ్ దట్ వీడియో. సౌండ్ అండ్ ఫైల్ ఉందో లేదో చూద్దాము. సపోజ్ హియర్ is MP3 we are taking, that is the video MP3. So this is the picture. Okay, anyhow we'll see the video. Audio we can remove that video, YouTube, and audio controls we are using. Audio.html. Okay, audio is also there. Wait, I will see that. Okay, audio is there. Then you see that. But here is audio tag is there. So suppose when you are clicking that. So this but audio video unnecessary same as it is, we can get the same thing. Audio controls source a1.mp, or suppose if you are taken that is the a2, or suppose mp a2 undo ledu chudam a2 undanukondi. So then again we can display the values of this. So that means here is, so 3 audios, videos, I think you understood that. Source a2.mp4 and type vachesi either you can give the audio or video. Your browser does not support this video. For example, here is, suppose when you are given the AA, but AA is not there. AA is not there means, so immediately it displays the values of. Okay, ఇది వేరే అది వేరు కాబట్టి దీన్ని వచ్చినప్పుడు హలో
Yes, sir.
హలో image tags. So picture, image, video, audio, ఇవన్నీ మనం అక్కడ యాడ్ చేయొచ్చు, right? So then the next one is we can go to that links. So somewhere we can see the link, hyperlink, hypertext we can use. It is a hypertext markup language we are calling. Hypertext means so the text within another text. When you click on a particular button, it will go to the next stage. But how it will be, how it is possible? For example, you see that, so the link program, already I explained that. Link program is, suppose here is, link is there. So here is, you see that, visit W3 schools. When you click on that, automatically that will go to the W3 schools. Or next, whenever you click on me, it will ask in some process, or sometimes HTML images, or sometimes you can use HTML CSS tutorial. So here is in this tutorial, everything is available, CSS as well as HTML, everything is available, right? So now if you want to find like this, but how do you perform the operations? So the first one is, so we can use the A link, A tag can be used to display the hyperlinks. A tag can be used to display the hyperlink. So the syntax of that one is, within that A link, we can use, you see that, here is A H references. The attribute link is having one attribute for the A link is H reference, href is equal to, so we can use the URL. We can use the URL or any file name, URL or any file name. And here is we are using in between that, in between a closing tag and opening tag. So we can use the matter. Whatever you are displaying this matter will be displayed on the screen. When you click on this matter, so this URL will be executed. So here is I have taken the first URL of this one, H references of www.yahoo.com. So first link is click to visit Yahoo. Suppose when you are click to visit Yahoo means here is I have given the Yahoo link. So second one is, suppose sometimes you see that, now you can see the values. First one is the text link, click here to visit. So you see that in that case, click here to visit అనే ఈ మ్యాటర్ వచ్చేసి అక్కడ డిస్ప్లే అవుతుంది, దాని కింద వచ్చేసి URL అండర్లైన్ వస్తుంది. సో బట్ వెన్ యూ సీ దట్ we can identify that it is a URL, but when you click on this URL, so you can get the, so directly you can go to the http://www.yahoo.com. So direct ga a visit loki veltundi. For example, you see that same thing here is click on this. When I click on this one, so it go to the yahoo.com. So it go to the yahoo.com website. Or suppose sometimes we can click on the images, not only video maps. So for example, when you click on this image, it will go to the my web page. Suppose for example, my Google, ante ikkada vachesinapudu oka, suppose sometimes instead of giving this link, so we can click on this image, photograph మీద click చేసినా కానీ కూడా directly it open my mail ID. సో అంటే మన మెయిల్ ఐడిని మనం అక్కడ ఇచ్చేసేసుకోవచ్చు. అలా కాకుండా suppose a click me, so that is a click on below link to send a mail to me. For example, suppose when you open the website, you can find the different kinds of links. One is the, suppose if you want to visit a particular website, other help, so then they can use the click here to visit that help. Otherwise, so sometimes they can give the image. For example, on the website everything it is not possible to kept. For example, suppose VC honorable VC photograph is there. If you want to know something about VC, honorable VC, then we can keep the photograph only on the web page, but entire information about our VC kept in some other page. But when you click on the photograph of our honorable VC, entire information will be displayed. So that is also we can create it by using H link, hyperlink, that is the A tag nunchi this. So sometimes, for example, when you see that information, for example, so when you see the product, so they will ask feedback. They will ask feedback. If you like it, send me mail to me. If you like it, send mail to me. అంటే ఆటోమేటిక్గా మనం దాని గురించి దాని ఫీడ్బ్యాక్ అనేది మనం వాళ్ళకి ఇస్తున్నాం. Suppose when you see that object, whenever clicking that, so feedback will be sent to their mails. Or sometimes we can receive the mails from them. Sometimes we can receive the mails from them. In the same way, so images also can place. So for that purpose here is we can use the references, hyperlinks. So first link, you see that this is the first link. When you are using that, it is a first link. And the second link is for clicking on that image. For example, you see that it is a second one. You see that here is H reference. So you see that it is a first one. And direct ga test as it is ga vachindi idi. So click చేసినప్పుడు automatically you are getting like this. Suppose in the image, for example, you see that this color is image. It shows that. So H reference, A space H reference is equal to, then here is I am using that. So that is H reference is equal to http://www.gmail.com, and here is within that same link we can use the image attributes. Img source, we can use the Img source of this. Img source or cnr.jpg, width is equal to 50 and height is equal to 50 pixels and border is equal to 20. So then within the H references I can use another value, that is the image I kept. So that is the image I am keeping. Thank you. So image I am keeping. Suppose when you are keeping the image, instead of getting URL link, so image will be displayed. When you click on that image, automatically some information will be displayed. Our second one is, our third one, you see that, so here is mail to me. So that is, in that case, H reference is equal to, we can write, so mail to me, colon, so you can write your mail ID. Suppose my mail ID is nagaraju.c@yogamanauniversity.ac.in, and here is I written the matrix mail me. Mail to ane dini ichesinapudu, but whenever you open that, automatically your mail, that is the mailbox will be open. You type that something into that, automatically that information will be sent to your mail, right? Suppose when I keep this URL in my website, so then whenever I click on that, it opens the, so that is the page. Whatever you type, that will be comes to my mail. So for this purpose, here is we can use the, so H equal to H references mail to colon nagaraju.c@yogamanauniversity.ac.in. So that's why sometimes for hacking purpose also we can use like this. So మీకు నచ్చినట్లయితే క్లిక్ చేయండి. సో ఇది కానప్పుడు క్లిక్ చేసి ఆటోమేటిక్గా మీ క్రెడెన్షియల్స్ అక్కడికి వెళ్ళిపోవచ్చు. సో నెక్స్ట్ మెయిల్ టు వెబ్మాస్టర్ అట్ ది లెవెల్
టైం అయిపోయింది
ఈమెయిల్. సో నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఇస్ సేమ్ థింగ్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఒకే పేజీలో ఓపెన్ అవ్వాలా, లేకపోతే పక్క పేజీలో ఓపెన్ అవ్వాలా, డిఫరెంట్గా ఓపెన్ అవ్వాలా అనుకున్నప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఇమేజ్ వచ్చినప్పుడు బటన్ ఆన్ క్లిక్, you can use the document location H references of this one. అంటే డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ లొకేషన్స్ మనం యూజ్ చేయాలి అనుకున్నప్పుడు దెన్ సో వీ కెన్ యూస్ దిస్ వన్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ యూ సీ దిస్ మెయిల్.
సార్ టైం అవుతుంది.
అయిపోయింది, ఒక్కటే వై.
ఓకే సార్.
నౌ యూ సీ దట్. సో ఇక్కడ చూసినప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ యూ సీ దట్ ఇది విజిబుల్ ఉందమ్మా. హలో
ఎస్ సార్.
ఇక్కడ ఫస్ట్ వచ్చేపాటికి విజిబిలిటీలో సో టెక్స్ట్ లింక్ ఇచ్చాము. హెచ్ రెఫరెన్సెస్ http:// so www.yahoo.com. so the click here to visit the thing, and next www.gmail. and next h references mail to. or మనం మెయిల్ పంపించాలనుకున్నా కానీ కూడా ఈ కోడ్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసేసుకుంటే దెన్ ఆటోమేటికలీ సో యూ కెన్ గెట్. సపోజ్ యూ సీ దట్ ఇక్కడ మనకు మెయిల్ బాక్స్ ఓపెన్ అయింది. ఇక్కడ ఎవరికి పంపించాలి? ఫ్రమ్ మీ. ఇఫ్ ఐ వాంట్ టు సెండ్ మెయిల్ టు ఆల్ ద స్టూడెంట్స్, ఇప్పుడు నేను ఇక్కడ ఇచ్చినప్పుడు మీకు మెయిల్ వస్తుంది కదా, హౌ యు ఆర్ గెటింగ్ దట్? సపోజ్ హియర్ ఈజ్ ఐఎమ్ రైటింగ్, సో సి నాగరాజు CSC@gmail.com from to webmaster@learners.com. so you can write any here is in the two addresses I can write all your email IDs. So suppose whatever you type here, suppose whatever I am typing here, so that information, that mail will be received by you. Here is the send is there. So then you can send it to the webmaster. For example, here is you say that click me this. Suppose here is from C Nagaraju CSC @gmail to cnagaraju.c@yogamana.university.ac. You see that మెయిల్ టు మీ అని నేను ఏమి ఇచ్చాను? nagaraju.c@yogamana.university.ac. ఇచ్చాను. సో కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ నేను ఏదైనా టైప్ చేసేసిన, వాట్ ఎవర్ ఐ టైప్ హియర్, సో హియర్ ఈజ్ సపోజ్ యువర్ ఈజ్ వెబ్ టెక్నాలజీ, సపోజ్ వెబ్ టెక్నాలజీ అని ఇచ్చేసేసి దెన్ ఐ సెండ్ ద మెయిల్ టు దట్. సో ఆటోమేటికలీ సో యూ కెన్ రిసీవ్ దట్ మెయిల్. అక్కడ నుంచి మనకు వచ్చేసేసింది కాబట్టి ఆ మెయిల్లో మనకు ఇన్బాక్స్ లైక్ మెయిల్లో వచ్చేసేసి ఉంటుంది. వెబ్ మాస్టర్ అని ఇస్తే అందరికి వెళ్ళిపోతుంటుంది. బట్ ద సేమ్ మెసేజెస్, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ వెన్ ఎవర్ ఆర్ యూజింగ్ దట్, సో ద సేమ్ మెసేజ్ విల్ బి గివెన్ టు ఆల్ ద పీపుల్ లైక్ దిస్. నౌ యూ సీ దట్ ఇప్పుడు నేను అక్కడ నుంచి పంపించేది మెయిల్ మీ వచ్చిందా, నేను అక్కడ ఏదైతే టైప్ చేశానో ఆ టైప్ అంతా ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసేసింది. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద mail Chiluka Nagaraju, that is the webmaster to the webmaster, and matter will be comes like this. Okay, so ఇప్పుడు మీకు మనం వచ్చేసేసి క్లాస్ అడ్జస్ట్ చేస్తూ పెట్టాము అంటే అది ఎట్లా వస్తుంది అందరికీ అంటే, బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ మెయిల్స్ వీ కెన్ క్రియేట్. HTML లో ఈ మెయిల్స్ మనం యూజ్ చేసేసినప్పుడు ఆటోమేటికలీ యూ కెన్ గెట్ ద వాల్యూస్ ఆఫ్ దిస్. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ది సమ్ ఆఫ్ ది ఇంపార్టెంట్ టాగ్స్. So to display the display on the web pages. Have understood that? Anana? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you
Yes,
practice all these things. So nakem chestarante repu Sunday varaku holiday undi. Just you try to create a small thing, web pages create chesi అందులో వీడియో, ఆడియో, ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసేసి హైపర్ లింక్స్, నెక్స్ట్ టెక్స్ట్ ప్రాపర్టీస్, సో నెక్స్ట్ ఐ ఫ్రేమ్, సో దట్ ఈస్ ద యూట్యూబ్, అన్ని ఒక పేజీలో వచ్చేటట్టు క్రియేట్ చేసి 1 or 2 pages వచ్చేటట్టు క్రియేట్ చేసి, సో దెన్ యూ సెండ్ దట్ ఫోల్డర్. సో దాన్ని పీడిఎఫ్ అంటే రార్ ఫైల్ చేసేసి యూ సెండ్ ఇట్ టు మీ, రైట్? సో బికాస్ యూ ప్రాక్టీస్, when you practice it automatically you can get it. Without practice, so that is it is very difficult to remember all these things, right? Practice makes men perfect. So then I will get the attendance. I take the attendance here itself. Okay, roll number 1.